Hi everyone, this is Stefania Guarrasi here with New Way Realty, and today I have a special guest. Her name is Marcele Viera. She is a mortgage loan specialist. She's been doing this for over 5 years. Welcome, Marcele.
Thank you for having me.
She works with American Financial Network, and I invited her over to explain to you what mortgage loan programs are in the market right now and how you can qualify for them or what do you need to qualify for them. So Marcele, tell us a little bit about yourself, a quick introduction, and then we'll go over with the program.
Okay. Hello. Thank you once again for having me. So like she said, I've been in the industry for a little over 5 years. I absolutely love what I do. I love making people's dreams come true. Everybody comes here for the American dream, and for us to be part of it is honestly an honor. So, I've been with my company, American Financial Network. We offer many, many, many great programs for all of you.
Okay, all right. So now let's go to the point today, because I promised everyone that I was going to let them know what's out there. So what are the programs that you have right now on the market, and tell me a little bit about them, and then I'll be asking you questions.
Okay. So of course we have your FHA. That's usually a lot of first-time home buyers lean towards that one because of the low down payment. There are a lot of benefits for them. You also have your conventional loans. Now, depending on what you're looking to purchase is the loan that would be best for you. Conventional, you can put as little as 3% depending on how you qualify, or as high as 20% depending on what it is that you're looking to purchase.
Okay, so let's go back to FHA. I'm a first-time home buyer. I have no idea how to start or what to do. I know I have savings and I want to buy my first home.
Gotcha.
I come to you and you tell me you qualify for an FHA. What is an FHA? What type of loan is that?
Okay, so FHA is a government-backed loan. So they're pretty much out there to help you, for single-family homes. There are some condos now that do approve FHA financing, and a lot of people, sometimes they come to me and they ask me, what's the credit score that I need? So FHA is a little bit more lenient towards lower credit scores. The minimum that you need is a 580. So, before you even think about buying a house, always check your credit, because that also makes a very big difference.
I made a video before about that, and that's the first thing that we have to work on. So if you didn't watch our video, go back and watch what you need before you start house hunting. So, okay, so I have, my credit is good. It's above 580. I qualify for an FHA loan. Who qualifies for an FHA loan?
Well, anybody. As long as you haven't purchased a home within the last 3 years, you can qualify.
Okay. And
now you can only have, you can have multiple FHA loans, but it's usually one per person.
Okay. And the down payment, you said it was 3.5%. That's the norm out there. Is there any other thing that's only to FHA loans that only belongs to that program?
Well, it depends. Of course, a lot of people that go into foreclosures or bankruptcies, sometimes they say that they need a long period of time, and FHA, they kind of shorten the period, so you can also qualify for that.
Okay, so I had a short sale or foreclosure, let's say 2 years ago. How long do I have to wait?
You need about 3 years for FHA.
3 years. Okay, so I will have to wait and save for another year, and then I'll be able to qualify for that type of loan, which is great because it has a really low down payment.
Correct.
If I had a bankruptcy?
So bankruptcies, it depends, but usually depending on which bankruptcy you did, you only need 2 years.
2 years, great. Now, you mentioned conventional loan.
Correct.
Tell me about that.
Okay, so conventional loans, there are preferred loans if you can qualify for it. Now, you can qualify as little as 3% down. Usually, depending on what you're looking to purchase, if you're looking for a condo, every condo is a little bit different. Maybe you need to put a little bit more, such as 10%, 20%, depending on the association. But usually it's only 3% down. same thing. You know, your credit does have to be a little bit higher. It has to be over 620.
620.
So definitely always look at credit first.
Okay. And what about the interest rates? Is there a difference between FHA and conventional?
Yes. So usually conventional loans, they're a little bit higher. FHA is not that much of a difference, but usually FHA are much lower.
Okay. So you're saying conventional, you can go as low as 3% with a credit score as low as 620.
Correct.
Okay, perfect. So if you're out there and you think that you can't qualify for an FHA, say someone had an FHA loan and now they want to buy a house to invest, a second home.
A second home, correct.
Will they be able to get a conventional?
Correct, yes.
Is there a minimum amount that they have to put down?
Well, you always have to see with the lender, of course, depending on what it is they're trying to purchase, if it's a condo or a single family home. But no, usually, I mean, it should be the regular 5%.
5%? Okay. So if you have an FHA and you are thinking about investing in real estate, you can, and you had an FHA loan, say you bought your primary home with an FHA loan, you can apply for a conventional loan as long as you have, of course, a down payment.
The down payment and
as
the credit.
Minimum as 5%. If the way they want to use the second home, does it matter if it's vacation or if it's to rent for income?
We would have to see depending on what it is that they're trying to do.
Okay. So it's on a case
basis. Yeah.
Okay.
Every buyer is different, so it depends on how you want to use, the property. That's
okay. All right. Now those are the two basic, most common loan programs out there for mortgage. Now, is there any other loan programs that you have?
Of course, we also do VAs. We love our veterans. They're my favorite. VA loans are out there for veterans, like I said. They're 100% financing, meaning they don't have to put any money down. They get a lot better rates, and they don't have to pay any mortgage insurance, so that's awesome.
Okay, what does a veteran need to qualify for that loan? Okay,
so they do need to have a copy of their DD-214 where it states there on how much of the percentage of eligibility that they have.
Okay, all right, so if you're a veteran, you know what that form is.
Of course.
I have no idea what that is, but that's you guys will know.
Yeah, you guys will have.
What is the minimum or the max amount that qualifies for example, an FHA?
Okay, so your FHA, the loan amounts are depending on which county you're looking to purchase. Each one is a little bit different. For FHA, it's $345 in Miami-Dade.
Okay, so if you're looking to buy a single family home, because FHA is kind of tricky with condos, but if you can buy something up to $345,000, you can qualify for an FHA loan as long as you can fill like all the requirements, and as long as down payment and you don't have another FHA loan and all the conditions. For conventional, what's the max amount?
For conventional, it's $435. Like I said, it depends on the county that you're looking to purchase.
Okay, perfect. For $135,000, it's conventional. Above that will be what kind of loan?
It would be a jumbo loan.
Jumbo. And what's the max amount on that one?
That one, it goes up to about, if I'm not mistaken, about $700,000.
What are the requirements of what's a jumbo loan?
So a jumbo loan is somebody that's looking to purchase on a higher loan amount. Because conventional and FHA do have their loan limits, you will have your jumbo, same type of requirements. You might have to put a little bit more down, but same type of loan.
Okay, so it's just basically a conventional, but just for bigger amounts. Okay, correct. Perfect. For that type of loan, is there, if I had a foreclosure or if I had a bankruptcy?
It's same thing as a conventional.
Same thing as a conventional. So it's basically a bigger conventional.
Correct.
Okay. Is there any other special loans that you have for?
Yes. We do medical loans. So any doctors out there, any of you guys going to school or already graduated and is working in the industry, we do have a medical program for you guys. There are, requirements that you guys have to qualify for, such as credit. It has to be over 680, and you can put as little as 5% down. So it's really good for somebody that hasn't, got the job. We can also use their stated income to qualify them. Any nurses, anybody in the medical field, we can look into it. It's not only doctors. We also have a ITIN program. So anybody that's, from out of the country, they don't have a social, but they have a tax ID. Right. You can definitely, qualify for a mortgage.
Okay, that's really great. Well, I'll talk about that when I make my videos in Spanish.
Of course.
I'll talk about that because there's a lot of Latinos out there that don't have the knowledge. We're not educated when it comes to that. We just, this is the American dream, to purchase a home. And we don't know the process. We are not educated to do that. And a lot of American people either, because they don't teach us that in school.
I know,
like, the real life thing, how do you buy a house, you have no idea what do you need. So that's basically all you have. Is there anything else out there? You mentioned I-10. That's for people that don't have Social Security.
Correct. We also have foreign nationals. So if anybody is, they have their business outside of the country and they're trying to purchase inside of the United States, we can also offer them that program. Anybody that's been in a foreclosure or a bankruptcy, we have a 1 day out of bankruptcy program, so you don't have to wait the regular waiting time for a FHA or conventional loan.
Okay, so if that is the case, that there's that type of program out there, why would people wait?
Okay, so depending on what your situation is. So for those type of loans, you would need a little bit more down, and your interest rate is going to be a little bit higher. Okay. So of course, if you have the funds and you can go ahead and put it down for a house, then we can always do that program. And then if you want to refinance it later for a lower interest rate on your FHA and conventional loans, once the time period has passed, you can definitely do so.
Well, sometimes it makes sense, because if you file for a bankruptcy and you have to go rent, all that money that you're gonna pay in rent for 2 or 3 years are eventually gonna pay off, like, with the interest, and it just makes sense. But it depends on the situation out there. So that's basically all the programs you have. Or do you have anything else surprise for us?
Off the top of my head, I can't think about it, but I always say, we have many programs. Everybody's situation is different, and we say, we have a program for every situation. And if you don't qualify now, we'll get you there.
That's